Hello, parents and boys and girls. It's me, Miss Green, again. I'm here with another video to explain what to expect with Phase 5 of our packets. We're all getting close to the end, so a lot of this should be pretty familiar by now, but I just want to make sure I go through it with you all so that you know what's in the packet, what to expect, as well as what the online version would look like in our Google Classroom. So first and foremost, we have the packet here. I found this on our school website. So remember a couple videos back, I showed you how to go onto the school website to access it, just in case you want to print it from home. So first of all, make sure to read the directions to the student. Oh, I skipped through. That are here on the first page is very important because it tells you what to expect as well as what you should be doing each day. So it's going to follow a similar pattern to the last packet. There is something new that I want to explain though, but same type of pattern for the most part. So you're gonna have vocabulary words for the first day, with the definitions, you have your practice there. And then also with this packet, you're going to have a comprehension to do each day. So it's going to be focused on one story for 5 days in a row. So day 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45 are all going to be on this one story, A Difficult Decision. But at the side of the story, you're going to have different questions and different prompts to help you to sort of dig deeper into the story and to figure out what does the story mean, what is the evidence that we can find in the story to support our answers. So make sure after you're done reading through that section for that day, look at the side and see what you need to answer. Sometimes you're going to have to fill in the blank, like the story is about blank. And then sometimes you're going to have to go back to the text, just like we practice at school, reread a certain section. For example, it says here, reread the first sentence. And then it gives you directions on what you're going to do to find the evidence. So here it says, circle the part of the sentence that tells when the story takes place. Box the words that tell where it takes place. So you're going to be circling and boxing. Sometimes it may ask you to underline. So make sure you're reading through the sides of those comprehension parts very carefully. Okay, so that's something new that you're going to see in phase 5 and phase 6. And then day 42, you're doing your spelling. So we're doing the OW words for the start of our phase 5, spelled OU and OW. Make sure you watch the videos on Class Dojo or in Google Classroom that are posted because it will help you to figure out what the sounds make and how you can read the words. Okay, so if we keep going down, day 43, like last time, it's grammar, doing pronouns. And then I think I skipped the comprehension for day 42, but same thing. You're going to be answering questions each day based on that one story. So on this day, the story is not here, but the questions are going to be based on what you read. So make sure you go back to the text, just like we practice in school, to help you to answer these questions. Okay, and it keeps going down. Day 44, you're actually having 2 stories that you're going to read, or another story you're going to read to answer questions. So this story is The Lost Kitten. Now it's completely different from the other story that we were reading for this week, but it's following the same type of skill. So you're going to read the story, and then you're going to answer questions based on what you read. So you're going to be going back to the story, and I keep saying this because this is important, going back to the story, rereading it, and then using the evidence to help you to answer the questions. Okay. And then day 45 is writing. And then the next 5 days, which is day 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50, also follow the same pattern. First day is vocabulary, second day spelling, third day is comprehension, third day is grammar, fourth day is comprehension, and then the fifth day is writing. But this time, the comprehension for each of the days are going to be focused on a different story called Soccer Friends. This was actually a really popular story for the past couple years in second grade, so I think that students will enjoy this story very much when they're reading it. But once again, make sure you read the story in the middle and then answer the questions on the side. Each day is very similar. So I'm going to skip through that part because that's basically the same as the first 5 days. And then we're going to keep going down. Make sure you use the anchor charts that are posted in your packet to help you to do your work. And if there are any links, I know it's hard to view a link from a paper format, but if you can get on the website and just click, like if I just click this, it'll take me right to that link webpage. Please do so, because we put all of this in the packet to help you, so that if you're not in Google Classroom and we're not able to do the video calls and all of that, this is supposed to help you and your families at home when you're doing your packet. Okay, so make sure you look at that very carefully. Right. And then there's another set of extra work for students to do. And I think it also repeats a lot. But definitely take a look at that and do that to help you to get into the flow of everything. And then if I keep going down, we're getting into our math. So in the beginning of our math set, remember our phase packets on a 10-day cycle. So the first 5 days focuses on one set of skills, and then the next 5 days focuses on a next set of skills. So day 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45 is going to be focusing on money. Now, it is very important that you read through I'm going to turn this. It's very important that you read through the letter, the family letter that is here, because it's going to tell you how you can help your child with this. We're getting deeper into money. I know in first grade, they pretty much went over the basics. What are the names of the coins? What's the value? But now in second grade, we're going to be counting up those different values together. And it gets a little tricky sometimes for students because there is a lot of skip counting involved, and sometimes some mental math that is involved there. So if you have any coins at home, loose change, even the dollar bills, you can put that out, let's say on your table, and before dinner time or maybe before bed, if you want to practice counting that off, that would be a wonderful addition for the students. And this page right here, the letter, tells you how to approach it. So please make sure you read through that carefully so that you know. And then on the next page, I'm gonna flip it back over, are our anchor charts. Now we are not in school physically, and normally in school, we have our anchor charts hanging up so we can reference back to it. Oh, I forgot what a dime equals. I can look at the chart. Since we don't have that learning environment at school, this paper is that for you. So please make sure that you share this with your child. Maybe if you want, you can recreate something similar to it that they can actually hang up in their room, because I know they do back and front for the printing. So sometimes you can't rip papers out because then it gets all confused and messed up. But this page is very important because it helps them to develop that foundation for the skill that they are going to be practicing in the work. So for money, for the first page, we have something very simple but very important. They're going to skip over a little bit, but they're going to be going over the different coins and their values. We have dime, we have a quarter. The page before that is a nickel and a penny. They're just coloring. Please make sure that they read through it and look at the images carefully, because on paper, it's a little more difficult to distinguish the different coins and their values because the sizes sometimes are the same. So when they color it in and when they look at the images on the paper here, this will help them more to figure out when they get to the worksheets what the different coins are and their values. So this is a very important part for them to do. And then as it goes on, it gets more and more in depth. So day 42, now you're looking at, once again, the different coins and their values. And then you're going to be figuring out how to solve some word problems with that foundational knowledge that you got in the first part of the packet for math. So you can go through that. Read every direction carefully so that you're not getting tripped up. Like I was saying before, second grade, we're moving on to counting the different coins together. So it's very important, like I said before, with the identification of the coins for the first page, day 41, because then they know how to group the coins in order to count it later. So I could put all the dimes together, then all the nickels together, then all the pennies together, and then count that way, okay? So it's important, especially with this skill, to go in an order to build on top of each other, because if they skip one step, it's going to possibly mess them up later on. So make sure you go through each page carefully, okay? So like I said, the first 5 pages are about money. That's the first skill. A lot of practice there. Let's see here, these don't have colors, so it's a little harder to know, oh, what's the penny, what's the dime, what's the quarter? So that's why the pictures and the images on the coins are important, like we did on the first day of Phase 5 math. So I'm going to keep scrolling down. The next skill that they're going to be working on, which is super fun, I wish we were in class to do this, is going to be line plots. Oh, went too fast. So once again, please read that family letter. It explains everything that we're going to be learning about line plots and how you can teach your child at home. And then the page after that is going to be some anchor charts about what line plots are and how you can create one. And it's in English and Spanish, which is really good, because if you're a Spanish speaker, or if you understand Spanish a little bit more, you can still help your child here, okay? So then we're gonna keep going. Line plots, you're going to be looking at some different sets of data, and you're going to be plotting it on the line. So first day is pretty much a foundation. It's setting you up to understand what line plots are. It is a way to organize in a set of measurements like lengths. and other things as well. So it tells you what line plots are, as well as how you can show a line plot. And then as the next 5 days continue, it's going to get deeper and deeper into the line plots, where the student is actually going to be creating the line plots and showing what the data means. In addition to line plots, we're doing tally charts, which is also a lot of fun. Just always remember that that fifth line goes across like the seatbelt, okay? So remember the videos, please watch them. The anchor charts, look at them, because that really helps out a lot in explaining it. Since unfortunately we're not face-to-face. So then the next couple pages continue with line plots. This was a really fun one we did in class last year about ice cream scoops. This one is about rock, paper, scissors. That should be fun. So you can really get into the math this week, especially, and have a, not this week, but this phase, and have a lot of fun with it, with the money, with the line plots and the graphing. We're coming down to the end of the school year, so I know with everything that's been going on, it's been a little bit draining. It's been a lot to handle, especially for these young kids, but we're trying to make things as fun as possible and as interesting as possible as we can while being away from the students, in addition to them getting the skills that they need to go to third grade. So I hope that we're doing a good job of that for you. Next, social studies for days 41 through 45 is going to be project-based. So day 41, first you're going to listen to the read aloud, Me on the Map by Joan Sweeney. Please watch the video. It's very important so that students can understand how their place is, or what their place is in this world, from their street to the entire globe. So you can have fun with it, make a guess what you think your city, state, country, continent, and planet is, and then you can check your answer by using the chart on the next page. All right, so I kind of pretty much gave you the answers there, but still you can have fun with it. And then once you're done with that for day 41, you're going to create your My World Around Me project. So you can do this a number of ways. First of all, you're going to look at the checklist here, and every time that you do a part of the project, you can check it off so that you know, okay, I'm done drawing a picture of myself and writing my name. Next, I need to draw my street, so on and so forth. So I said there are a number of ways you can do this project, and I'm going to show you now. So first way is you can use this template here. It has all of the different things that you need to include in your project. You could write on the line and then draw underneath the line in the box. If you want to make it really fantastic, something that you can keep in the long run, maybe hang up in your room as well, as long as you send a picture to me first. You can do a poster board. You can make it big. You can add beautiful colors on it. You could print out pictures if you want to and paste it on there. If you want as well, there is another option. You can do it online. If you are really active in Google Classroom, and if you really know how to work around the computer, you could go onto Google Slides and create something there. Have fun with it. As long as you hit the checklist and do everything you're supposed to do, to me, it doesn't matter how I get it. It could be in this template, on a big poster board and send me a picture, or it could be on Google Slides. Okay, so that's for the first 5 days of social studies. And then the next 5 days are for science, which is days 46 through 50. And we're talking about rocks once again, but how to sort them and the different types of rocks. So day 46, you're going to be reading through. This is our science textbook from school, but in smaller form onto our pages. So read each part, look at the words, the bold words, because they're important. Then you can look at the, it's going so fast. You can look at the anchor chart as well at the side to see how different rocks are sorted from boulder, cobble, pebble to gravel, and then down to the littlest size sand. And then each day after that, you're going to be doing a different type of activity. So day 47, you're going to put rocks in different orders. You can draw it on there if you want. You can print it out and paste it on there, but you're just going to sort the rocks for day 47. And then day 48, once again, you're going to be putting the rocks in order from biggest to smallest. And then day 49, you're going to be graphing, which is a connection to math. You're going to be graphing using the information on the side here, what rocks are large and what rocks are small. And then day 50, I know some people are not comfortable still going outside, but if you are comfortable, you can take a walk around your block. Doesn't have to be far, just maybe a couple steps, and then just observe. You can count the rocks that you see outside, see if you can find the different types, the different shapes. Just have fun with it. So that's for science and social studies. And then as the packet continues, we're going to get into our specials. So for gym or health, you're going to choose 5 pictures and paste them into the box of things you can do to help you when you're angry. Now, I don't believe you could cut and paste because of how they print it. So if you want, you could just draw or write the words in each box. And then you can answer the questions below that. Scroll down. You're going to be writing about how you feel. You can use this temperature thermometer to show how you feel and how you can feel better. You're going to be taking the type of survey to show your friendship skills. That should be interesting. And then we have music. Once again, you're going to trace the different instruments. You can color it. You're doing matching as well. Tracing, matching. If you have crayons, please color the pictures. That'll be wonderful for your teachers to see. And then technology at home. So you're going to be filling out the technology papers as well, what you use at home, what you use at school. And then that brings us down to the bottom. So I know that was a pretty, hopefully, descriptive way of describing the packet for you for phase 5. Hopefully that helps. Really quick before I let you go, I just want to make sure you understand that this can also be done in Google Classroom. It looks a little bit different, but it's the same materials. So first off, always check the stream because each day we post some important announcements. Here, first, you get the classwork for the day. So if you're doing the packet, you know exactly which ones you need for that day. Attendance, telling me how you feel. And around 12 each day, so break, you get a recess time to do a Go Noodle video. Then if you click on classwork, you have today's work is always going to be there, as well as any works you missed is going to be in the phase 5 topic as well. So make sure you click the assignment, and then once you click the assignment, each of the workbook pages are going to be in their own attachment. So you need to click each attachment to make sure that you're filling in or answering the questions online. Now, if you're using it from a phone and you don't feel comfortable dragging or moving or typing on the phone, then all you need to do is, if you have the packet, when you're submitting your work, just click add attachment. I don't know if I can do it from here, since this is my account, but you're gonna click add attachment, you're gonna take a picture of your work, and then you can send it to me like that, okay? And before you do your class worksheets, always click the video help, because that's where all of our videos are going to be to help you. And then always at the side, we have the different topics for all your different resources. I have the other phases here if you weren't able to complete those. We have Miss Kepler's help. We have math resources, science and social studies, and then as well as the other two, which I just mentioned, okay? And please make sure that if you are submitting online, that you click the turn in button once you do, so that I can see it on my end to grade it. I have been going through it each day. Every time you submit, I get a notification to my phone and I check it right away. So it gives you an immediate feedback if you do it through online. I still have not received any of the paper packets that you guys have done, unfortunately. So I know you are doing it because I see that you've submitted it at the drop off, but I haven't been able to check that work. So this is the best way for me to check your work, okay? I don't want to keep you any longer, but thank you once again for watching this phase explanation. I believe we have one more phase to go, so we're almost there. We're getting there to the end. You all have been doing a fantastic job. I appreciate you very much and hope to see you soon on our video chat. Bye.